Buckle up, Britain, the 47 seconds that blew up the telly and left the nation speechless. Grab your tea or biscuits, or maybe a stiff pint, because we're about to rip into the most volcanic, heart-stopping scream at you, Mateo. The puff-scorched British screens. This wasn't just a chat show gone wrong. This was a full-on S-off verbal cage fight that turned a sunny ITV studio into a gladiator's arena. On one side, Ricky Gervais, the comedy colossus, a man who's built a fortress of laughs with zero apologies his. Wit sharp enough to carve through steel. On the other, Denise Welch, Coronation Street royalty, turned fearless firebrand, her tongue a whipper passion, a furnace ready to burn the house down. What started as a cheeky segment on Loose Women, ITV's daytime darling, exploded into a clash so raw, so brutal. It left Jaws on the floor and Twitter in flames. This was no scripted soap drama. This was real, unfiltered, and bloody chaotic, a moment that shattered the cozy bubble of afternoon telly and had the nation picking sides. So let's dive into this madness word for word, blow by blow, in a 5,000-word script that'll grip you like a vice and won't let go. Ready? Let's roll the scene. A storm brewing in ITV studio. It's October 9th, 2025, a crisp sunny afternoon in London. Outside, the city hums, buses rumble, pigeons dodge tourists, and the Thames sparkles like it auditioning for a postcard. But inside ITV studios, the air is thick with something heavier than the usual pre-show. Buzz Loose Women, the show where celebs spill tea, swap gossip, and occasionally dodge a bit of shade, has landed a massive coup. Ricky Gervais, the comedy god, who gave us The Office Roasted, Hollywood's elite at awards shows, and churns out Netflix specials that spark roars of laughter and waves of outrages in the house. His latest tour, Armageddon, is a juggernaut packing arenas with fans who worship his fearless jabs at the untouchable critics call him a dinosaur in a woke world. But his special stream, like wildfire, proof his punchlines hit hard and linger like a bruise. The studio's alive with energy, crew members scurry, tweaking lights that glare like judgmental eyes. The audience, mostly middle-aged women in floral tops, clutching lukewarm tea, chatters with anticipation. Ricky's here. Can't wait for the gossip, one whispers, eyes gleaming on the panel. The usual Loose Women crew, Colleen, Nolan, all warm smiles and heartfelt stories. Brenda Edwards, serving wisdom with a side of sass. Kelly Bryan, keeping it real with no filter vibes. And then there's Denise Welch, Coronation Street, legend turned activist, a woman who's fought tabloids' mental health demons, and the grind of showbiz. Her arms are crossed, tight lips purse in a scowl that screams trouble. No clap for the warm-up act, no banner, just a storm brewing ready to unleash. Ricky swaggers in lanky frame, tousled hair flashing that devilish grin that says, go on, take offense. The crowd erupts, whooping wildly. He waves lazily like a rock star brushing off fans, settling into the hot seat with the ease of a man whose face worse than a panel of chatty hosts. All right, ladies, he quips, voice gravelly, teeth gleaming under the studio lights. Colleen leans in for a hug. Brenda pats his arm like a mate. Kelly grins and polite claps. Ripple, but Denise, nothing. She sits rigid, fingers tapping a rhythm of rage on the desk, eyes drilling into him like lasers. No hello, no nod, just a glare that screams, I'm coming for you, mate. The director yells, we're live, in 5 hearts pound. Cameras roll, the theme jingle perky, and Pink Blair showtime. The spark of chat turns to fire. Christine Lampard subbing as anchor kicks things off smooth as silk. Welcome back to Loose Women, thrilled to have a one. And only Ricky Gervais thunders cheers. Ricky soaks it up, leaning back with a cocky ta love, thrilled to be here. Oh, as I nervous laughs ripple, and easy starts safe ground. Christine steers the chat. Ricky, your new tour Armageddon is smashing records. What's the wildest rehearsal disaster you've had? Ricky's eyes spark with mischief. Oh God, picture me. Mid-rant about vegan nutters, and the prop guy trips, dumps a vat of fake blood on stage. Look like ID, slaughter a clown at a horror circus audience. Thought it was a bit cheer like lunatics. Laughter roars. Colleen slaps the desk, wheezing. Brenda cackles, you daft sod. Kelly's grinning, the room's alive, vibes electric. But Denise stone cold, not a chuckle, her fingers tap. Faster her face, a thundercloud, lips thin. As a blade, the others feel the air's thick as syrup, but they push on, hoping to dodge the storm. Then boom, Denise strikes. So Ricky, she cuts in voice sharp, slicing the laughter dead. Head swivel, giggles choke off. Let's talk about your comedy. There's an elephant stomping the set, loud enough to wake the dead. Ricky's grin flickers, just a crack, but he recovers, leaning forward with that glint. Elephant love sounds like Armageddon. What beast might tie up my godless soul? Scattered laughs, but they're shaky now, fragile as glass. Denise doesn't blink, eyes narrowing, voice a venomous purr that could sour milk. No games. Ricky, the elephant, your act, punching down at the broken, the bruised, the one's lives already kicked. Trans folks begging for dignity, minorities dodging daily hate. The suffering, you bash them like piñatas at a bully's party, then hide behind free speech when the fallout rains hate. The studio gas smiles, freeze Colleen's eyes, widen Brenda's legs, cross tight. Kelly mutters while the audience hushes, no cheers. Just stunned stares, phone slipping out for clips that'll break the internet. The Clash is here, fire meets fury. The Clash, fire meets fury. Ricky doesn't flinch, not yet. He leans back, expression hardening. The steel punching down, tidy label. Let's unpack. I don't hit victims, love. I skewer ideas, beliefs, pompous nonsense people. Choose to cling to demanding worship, watch my specials not. Twitter rants, you'd see I roast the smug, not the struggling, his tones firm, but edge these dance this dance. Before Denise isn't by it, she lunges forward, body screaming attack. Oh, I've watched Ricky, every cringe special, every arena, rant your milking cheap laughs by gutting folks, just surviving, mocking trans dreams, trashing black pain. It's not clever, it's cruel, a bully in a bow tie hiding behind art. Like a kid with a slingshot, the words hit hard gasps. Ripple, someone whispers harsh, but it's drowned. By the tension, the panel squirms. Christine tries Denise, maybe we, but Denise's hand shoots up. No, this needs saying he's a thug. With a paycheck time, someone clocked him. Ricky's jaw clenches tight. You see the storm in his eyes, dark clouds rolling. But he's Ricky Bloody Gervais' composure. Is his weapon comedy, always dances on edges. He says voice steady, but biting, sharpening. Now Denise pokes at sores, makes the cozy squirm. That's the job, truth, and punchlines. If you want hugs and nods, it's therapy, not telly or church. Pick one. Denise's laugh is sharp, bitter. Don't patronize me, sunshine. I know comedy grew up on it, Benny. Hillbilly Conley, what you sell isn't laughs, it's lashes. Cruelty and clown shoes kicking the weak, and you're blind to the bruises. Terrifying, Ricky echoes volume, rising. He leans and mirroring her fire. What snowflakes, like you policing punchlines, fencing off safe giggle zones. Art doesn't bend. That way, love free speech isn't a shield, it's the bloody sword swing. Or shut Denise's scoff echoes like a slap. She stands finger jabbing you, twisted like a con man. It's a free pass to sling slurs from your high tower hiding. 'Cause the world's moving marginals are fighting, and you can't keep up, scared. Ricky scared. That word lands like a brick. Ricky's face flushes red, a rare crack. He slams the Destiny echo like a shot scared 30 years in this game. Love mob screaming, headlines banging, cancel vultures. Circling, I've faced worse than your glare. And still hear arenas pack specials, soaring laughs, louder than hate scared bollocks you're projecting. Denise roars, face of furnace scars, bared share to wreckage kids, hearing your barbs, feeling small silence, think beyond the cash, beyond the gigs, glow the panels in freefall. Colleen tries, ladies break. But their locked eyes, blazing breast, short audience, whispers swell. This is mad, phones glow, clips fly, the eruptions, hear the eruption, Ricky's breaking point. I do think Ricky growls, teeth gritted, veins bulging, every quip, every riff crafted sharp, challenging the smug. The sacred nuance is there if you look past your outraged nuance. Denise's eye roll could launch ships. Your nuance is poison, a mean mush for the miserable, not a truth teller, just a grumpy, get whining, cause accountabilities. Knocking, grow up, you're accountable. Ricky's up towering, thunderous. You mean muzzle gag, your lot's fun. Police torching descent in echo chambers for the brittle. I mock the mighty, who fake meek ideas, not innocence. Denise erupts, matching him desk. A war zone you do hit the tender thousands, tweet pain after your sets. Dehumanize, dismiss cash over compassion, laughs over lives. Christine, desperate folks. Cut off Ricky's voice, a snarl. Spew, tell me my soul. Denise, crystal ball, comedy, critic, enough plenty, she hisses. Contempt, dripping your comedies, caveman, crude, callous, old school cracks, entertainments. Moving your extinct time to muzzle the monster, muzzle the kill shot. Ricky's face shifts, anger dashed, undefeated. He shakes his head, slow, bitter grin, muzzle, there's the truth, not chat, control, silence, the sinners who stray. From your sermon, bravo, you ruined the worst interview I've ever had. Poor widow, Denise mocks, venomous, feel the hurt, you comfy. Now taste your own brew, snap. Ricky surges, mic ripped off, sharp, final, the studio's tomb still breaths. Held, he flings it at the chair, thud. I don't need this circus thought. Wed spar ideas, draw lines. But you crave blood, public shaming for clout. Congrats, Denise, you got your war running. She taunts, standing tall, fleeing a fight not. Fleeing, he snarls, finger stabbing, exiting, big diff. I don't waste breath on zealots who damn me before I speak, not on witch hunters calling censorship wholly unbelievable. She spins to the camera, performative, the untouchable. They crack, storm off, play victim, classic. Ricky whirls. This was an ambush, chance hits. At my core, not my craft, bully, caveman. Shut it, no debate, just daggers. My work speaks to the wise, you yell to your choir. Your work screams, she bellows, echoes. That hurt your hollow speaks, the soul's craving spice over slop. He fires back millions, get a provoke. Without poison, you monopoly on moral madness, self-crowned, censor gatekeeping, glee, dictate. The done damn, the bold authoritarian art creativity's grave Denise dismisses, but wavers fire, fading no change, just civility. Be kind, not cruel. Kind your way, he snaps ambush artistry. On air laughable Yurda. Showboat slaying strawmen, for spotlight accountable she insists. Fist-tight grandstand, he thunders virtue vampire, posing warrior against wicked with truth you shatter on sharp ideas outside your bubble. She stands full titan clash, get out, then questions quake you quick crawl to your cult crown genius. He bites chill as ice-fine traffic beats this venom pit toxic from the start false invite to chat comedy. Not nail the villain on live. Telly, don't forget to hit the notification bell. To stay updated, subscribe for more powerful video. The Aftermath, a nation. Divided, Ricky storms off Denise. Stands tall the studio. A battlefield the audience. Is frozen, some clapping, some gasping phones. Still rolling Christine Pale tries to salvage, well that was. Heated, well be right back, the jingle blares. But it's hollow. The internet's already ablaze, clips rack up millions of views, hashtags like Ricky versus Denise, and loose women showdown trend Whirlwoods pubs. Offices group chats explode. Did you see Denise tear into him Ricky's? Right, can't say anything anymore, Britain split team Ricky team Denise, no middle ground. This wasn't just 47 seconds of telly, it was a cultural landmine, free speech versus accountability comedy versus compassion, old guard versus new Ricky's fans. Call her witch honey as hail her, as a hero of the truth somewhere in a wreckage buried under egos and ideals. But one thing's clear, those 47 seconds didn't just break the internet, they broke the mold of what daytime TV could be raw, real, and ready to rumble. Share your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe.